Jeremiah, can you hear me? Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Good.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Getting your books and everything ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited to work on some piano, review some of our reading on the staff, and work on some of our songs.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my book.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm back.
Excellent. All righty. So I was thinking before we dive into our pieces, maybe it would be good to do a quick review of reading notes on the staff. What do you think?
hmm
Sound good? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know that we've been trying to, get really solid with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to pull it up and then share the screen with you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Just 1 second. I'll get that where you can see it. And we're going to go through. Oh, I like this picture. That's a great one. Okay. Yes, this is great. All right. This way you can see it's laid out really nicely. So I'm going to share this picture. So go ahead and take a look at the screen. Can you see the staff there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So you can see in the center, this is what the piano looks like, right? We've got our
Mhm.
sets of 2 black keys and our sets of 3 black keys. We've got our middle C there. Everything from middle C to the right is going to be your right hand or the treble clef. And then everything from the left of middle C is left hand or bass clef, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're looking at our staff, so I'm going to scroll over here. You see we've got our treble clef on top and we've got our bass clef on bottom, right? So this guy is our treble clef. That's the right hand. And then this guy is our bass clef for the left hand. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to look at this staff and identify what notes are what. So for our treble clef, right? The pretty swirly one, looks kind of like a fancy capital G, right? They call it a G clef because one, it looks a little like a G, but then also this swirl is around the G line. So for this one, we say, every good boy deserves fudge. Go ahead and say that.
Every good boy deserves fudge.
Excellent. So if we go over here and we look at the notes on the staff, we can see E is that first line, every. G is that second line up, good. B, third line up, boy. D is that fourth line up, deserves. And then F is our top line there. All right, now let's take a look here. Treble clef again. We have 4 spaces. All right, you've got 5 lines, 4 spaces between. All right, so in those spaces, we say face, F-A-C-E. It spells face. So if I come over here, I can see F in the first space, A, second space, C, third space, and then E is that top space. So treble clef spaces are going to spell face. Can you say face?
Face.
Yep. And how do you spell face?
F-A-C-E.
Perfect. All right. Now our bass clef. Very exciting. So our bass clef looks kind of like a funky backward C, right? With 2 dots next to it, like a colon. So a colon symbol. So we've got that funky backwards C, and then we've got the 2 dots next to it. Now, for our lines in our bass clef, we're going to have, again, 5 lines, 4 spaces, just like our hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from bottom up, we're going to go great big ducks fly away. Can you say that?
Great big ducks fly away.
Excellent. Now our spaces for the bass clef are going to be all, cows eat grass. Can you say that one?
All cows eat grass.
Yes. So if I look over here at my base clef, this bottom line would be great, G, right?
Mhm.
Big, B, D, middle line is D, ducks. Then the fourth line up, fly, F. And then the fifth line up, away, A. Great big ducks fly away. Now our spaces, the first space, the bottom one, all, A. Cows, C. Eat, E. And grass, G. All right. Now also, we have our middle C. Middle C for both is going to be floating between treble and bass clef. So it's going to be on the staff. The grand staff is what we call it when we have both treble and bass clef. C is going to be a floating note between the two staffs, treble and bass staff. So if you see a note floating with a dash through it, it's a note with a dash through it that's floating between the two. That's your C. All right, so we've got C in the right hand. It looks like this. All right, C for right hand is going to be floating below treble staff with that line through it. C, middle C for left hand is going to be above the bass staff, floating with that dash through it there. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick review of how we read the notes on the staff before we dive into our pieces. Awesome. All righty. Was that helpful to review those?
Yeah. I've been practicing the Road Runner a lot.
Good. Yeah, that was our big focus last time. I would love to take a look at that today. Can you show me what you've been doing with it? I know that we worked a lot on that final line, the ending of the Road Runner. So I'd love to take a look at it and see how we're doing with that ending. And then we also worked quite a bit on that B section as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Road Runner.
Okay, so I'm gonna start.
Okay. Hey, that's a cool hoodie. I like it.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Okay.
All right,
Three,
whenever you're ready, you go ahead and play it.
one. D, B.
You're checking the B section, right? Where you've got the two notes together, the staccatos. All
So,
right, so let's make sure we know those notes. Do you have them written in the piece? Should we write them in and label them?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and label them so it's a little bit faster to identify them. There is no problem with writing in your note names, especially when you're still learning how to recognize them.
Okay. So, I think this one's B. So, it's on the bottom line and it has a dot under it.
Okay,
So, is that a D?
so how do we tell? Do you remember our tricks? So first off, is this treble clef or bass clef, right or left hand?
Wait, this is right and this is left?
So your right hand, you're going to look at middle C in front of you. Your right hand, if you play the notes to your right side, you're going to start in the center. It's going to go higher on the keyboard. And your left hand is where the lower notes are. So
Oh, so
higher or lower.
higher. So it's, yeah.
So if it's higher, it's going to be right hand and treble clef, right? All right, so what are our rules for figuring out the right-hand treble clef? For our lines, we go, every good boy deserves fudge, right? Every good boy deserves fudge. Our spaces are going to spell face. So we go F-A-C-E. Now, is it on a line or a space on the staff, or is it below the staff or above the staff?
On a line.
It's on a line. Okay, so is it the bottom line?
Yeah.
If it is a note that has a line through it on the bottom, that's E. If it was D, you're going to have your staff, your 5 notes, and the D is right below. So it's touching the line, but it's not actually on the staff. So is it E where it's on the staff with the line through it, or is it a D where it's below the staff touching the line?
Well, like half of it is on the line and half of it is not.
Yep, so that's an E, right? Because there's a line straight through the middle of it, right?
Oh.
So that would be our E.
Oh, okay.
So it's that first measure of our B section, right? The bottom line of the first page. The right hand, you are skipping, right? So it's the
Yeah.
staccato. So you start on E, which is the bottom line of the staff. Then you skip up to the second line of that treble clef staff. So if we think about those lines and spaces, every good boy deserves fudge. Every good, that would be G on the second line, right?
Oh, so then this is G. Wait. Oh, so the second one is G.
Yes.
Okay. Then we already know C with E. Then this is C sharp. Okay. This is every good boy deserves. Every good boy deserves fudge. So
Yes.
that's G.
Every good boy deserves fudge. So every good. Second line, G. Yes.
Okay. Then we just did if it's on the line. So we we do the same thing. Every good boy deserves fudge. E. It's E.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So go ahead and label it. So let's look at all the notes on this line, the bottom line of the first page in the right hand, the treble clef. And we are going to, you're going to label all the notes on the lines. So every good boy deserves fudge. So all the line notes. Excuse me.
Mm.
Spring had sprung. I was walking outside and I guess I got a little sniffly.
So C with E. Okay. And then we have, ooh, this is both left and right. So we know it's E because it has half of it is on it and there's a line through it. Half of it is on the line, half of it is not. And then
Okay.
the bottom is above the line with a line through it. So if that's C on the right hand, the opposite of C is B. So that would be B.
So, um, so yeah, so if the note has a line through the center, that's a line note. If it's touching a line, but the line doesn't go through it, that's a space note.
Okay. Okay. B. Okay. So I got the whole bottom row done.
Okay.
So
So do you want to, so we labeled all the line notes for the treble clef for that bottom line, right? You got all those marked, yeah?
do you want me to mark the sharps too?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So if
Okay.
you're writing the note name with the sharp, you put like D first and then you put the sharp after it. So D sharp or E sharp or F sharp. So you'll write a capital letter and then you'll add that hashtag sign or the pound sign. That's a sharp right after it.
And then this is also C sharp. Okay. C, G, E, C, 3 times. Okay, I got it. Okay, so you want me to put the whole bottom row
So
now?
now we're gonna, did you label the space notes too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So FACE, face. Now we're going to look at your bass clef. Okay, so bass clef, left hand. So our line notes are going to be great big ducks fly away, bottom to top. So great big ducks fly away. All right,
So
so
you
let's
put
go
it.
ahead and find those.
So you put it on the line. Wait, I was writing something.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so when you look at your bass clef staff, there are 5 lines, and the bottom one is great. Big is the next. Ducks fly away. Great big ducks fly away. So do we have any line notes in that left hand bass staff?
So so those are line notes. So so those are line notes.
Are they line notes or are they space notes? Are they notes that have a line through the center or are they notes that don't have a line through the center?
That don't because face is the space ones.
Well, for our bass clef, it's not face. For the left hand staff, the bass staff, it's all cows eat grass. So if it's a space, the bottom one is A, all, then C, cows, then what's next? All cows eat.
Each.
All cows eat is E, and then grass. So G is top. All cows eat grass. A for all. C is cows. Eat, E, and grass. G. All cows eat grass. So
Oh,
do you want to find all the space notes and label those for your bass clef staff?
yeah.
Okay.
All cows eat grass. So then, wait. So you said number the. So I numbered the space notes on the left hand. So what about the line notes on the left hand?
Left hand line notes. Great big ducks fly away. So
So
let's go ahead and label those. So bottom to top, great big ducks fly away.
great big ducks fly away. Okay, I got that. Mm-hmm. Wait, what does this little sign mean? What does what does this mean?
So if it's above the staff, right? It's not on the staff, it's above. Yeah. So you've got your base staff. The note that's above, so this one would be A. The note above that is a B. And then the note above that would be middle C, right?
Yeah.
So that one's a B. If it's the top of the staff above it, but not on the line, but above the line, that's a B. For the treble clef, the note that would be under the E would be your D. So B is on top of the bass clef, and D is below the treble clef.
Okay. So I think that's it. Because we labeled E, G, C with E, C sharp, G, G, B, G, B, D sharp, E, C with E again. We numbered the space notes, the line notes on the right and left. We labeled E, B, and yeah.
All right. So you feel good? You feel like you know all the notes? You've got them solidified?
Yeah.
Great.
So you want me to play now?
Yep. Let's try it. Let's try the line.
Okay. C sharp, G, C, G, B, B, G, B. Wait. So, ooh. So, oh, it's G with B. Ooh. So, so, so G.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. So we start. E, D sharp. Oh, that's D sharp because it's under the line, but it has no line to it. So that's D sharp. Oh, I
All
knew.
righty. Yes. Good. Yep. You're putting it together.
I knew it was one. Hey, damn. D sharp. Okay, so I got it. E, oh, E, G sharp, G, G, D sharp. Wait, hold on. So C, C, C,
Easy.
so after that, and then G, B, E. Every good boy, every good boy deserves fudge. Every okay, so that's E. So that's E. So E, C, C two times. Excuse me. Oh.
It's connecting.
So so yeah, when it's on the line and it's right here, you do every good but deserves fudge when it's on the first line, so that means that's E.
Yes.
Okay. So E. So E. E. G. D sharp. G. D sharp. G. B. E. Yeah, I did that one. Then oh, then D with B. Okay, that was the first one.
Good. Excellent. Awesome. All right. So, do you feel like you're pretty solid? Do you want to take a look at that top line of the second page now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty solid on it.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead. Can we check the last line?
Okay. Like the coda?
Yep, exactly. The coda, the final line.
Oh yeah. So we have uh a couple notes here. So so okay. So we're gonna start well, should we start with the first note?
Yep.
So the first note is the first note, well, it says it, but it says E. So if I didn't know that, we would put every good boy deserves fudge. Wait, is that what? Okay,
Yep. Every good boy deserves fudge.
that's for the spaces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, every good boy deserves fudge. Okay, so we will know that's E. So we have another one. It's below the line, but it has no line. So then we would go, hmm, we would go, hmm. So what do you do when it's a D? So if I didn't know this, what would we do that starts with a D?
To figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know if you look at your piano that the D is between middle C and E, right? So middle C, you know where that is, and then you know the E is on that line above. So the D is between those two. So you figure it out based on what is next to it.
Oh, and C and D is, yeah. So we will look at that. Then on the bottom it it's on the line. It's on the line, but it has no line. So that would be A, but it says B.
So then you got to fix it.
Okay. So close that out. Okay. Then it's a it's a it's a oh, what is this called again? It's a half note. It's the
So a
circle.
quarter note is solid with a line. Half note is hollow with a line. Whole note is an
Yeah,
oval.
yeah, this is a whole note.
Okay.
And then it has E and C. So what does that mean? It holds for, I forgot, 4 beats.
So a whole note is 4 beats.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm gonna put four 4 beats. 4 beats. Okay. So yeah. And then now after that all we have is the dingy.
Okay.
What? Yeah, the 2 hands dingy. Yeah. Then that's it. Oh, I do need help with the top line of 2 though.
Okay.
So it's on the line. It's on the bottom line. So we would do every good boy deserves fudge.
Yes.
So then that would be E. And then it's on the second line. But since it's a line note, we will still do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Every good boy deserves fudge. So we will see that that's a G.
Great.
And then the bottom, it's a. So we so what was I again? Oh, okay. So it's under the line. It has a line. It has a dash or line through it,
Okay.
and it has a dot like it just like the C. So
Okay.
like that. Oh,
So it's a dotted note,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So a dotted quarter gets 1.5 beats. A dotted half note gets 3 beats. What kind of note has a dot next to it?
And hold on, no.
All right. So that means it's 1.5 beats.
Oh, okay. So then that would be a B.
Okay. All right. So did you get everything labeled or do we still have a couple more?
We have a couple more.
Okay.
So it's under the line and it has no dash. Well, we only have a I don't know when we're ending, but I think we have a couple minutes left, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get to play
Okay.
before it ends. Okay, so this is under the line with no dash, and it's a sharp, so this is D sharp. Then it's the second line. Every good boy deserves fudge. That would be a G. Then it's the same as other one. D sharp. Yeah, D. I forgot how to draw it. D sharp.
Okay.
Then this is on the it's left hand. This is on the line. This is on the line. This is under the line, and
Okay.
it's on the left hand. So that would be A.
Okay.
And then so one is a space note. So we would do good ducks fly away.
Great big ducks fly away.
Wait, big ducks fly away.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would be G. And then, I got Sharpie on me.
Oh,
Um,
gotta be
then
careful with those Sharpies.
we have C with E 3 times. And then that's it. Oh, and then we have another space note between, and it's left hand. So it was on the other one. So it's G, and then that's it.
Great.
The other ones are just this.
Okay. Yep, the parts you know really well. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and try it from the beginning, okay?
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Come on. Oh, sharp G. No, I forgot to label it again. I put C and E 3 times, but it's D and E. I'll
Okay.
label that next time. So I can remember. C sharp G A. It said A G. E. Oh, that's C sharp. E. D sharp A B C. Now we gotta do the thingy. Let's get the finger. Okay. C. All done.
Nice. Awesome. How'd it feel?
Good.
That was pretty great. Awesome. So now you know how to label all your notes on your own. So this week, I want you to try to go through some of your other pieces and label those, okay? And then I will see you on Monday next week. Sound good?
Okay.
Alrighty. Awesome work today, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you Monday, okay?
Okay, see ya.
See you then.